In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on August 12, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Indianapolis Colts versus Buffalo Bills. 2 teams at opposite ends of the NFL spectrum will do battle on Saturday as the Indianapolis Colts travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills in a battle of 2 American Football Conference teams. The Colts kick off the 2023 preseason with a new quarterback and a new head coach as they try to rebuild to past glory. The Bills, meanwhile, have continuity at both quarterback and head coach as they hope to get back to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1992. The Colts are 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 road games and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Bills are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 versus American Football Conference. The over is 5-1 in Colts' last 6 games overall. The over is 4-1 in Bills' last 5 games overall. The home team is 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 meetings. The Buffalo Bills, coming off a dominant 13-win season in 2022, have showcased their prowess on both sides of the ball. Their offense averaged 397.6 yards per game, while the defense allowed just 18 points per game, which was second best. Indianapolis Colts will be testing out rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson, who surprisingly started at quarterback only 13 times while at Florida. Richardson will see reps under center on Friday, as will Gardner Minshew. Buffalo has a battle for one of the starting linebacker and cornerback positions, which will help the defense against Indianapolis, while the offense will be testing running backs James Cook, Damian Harris, and Latavius Murray. Cook is currently the #1 back, but offseason acquisition Harris will pressure Cook for playing time. I understand why the Colts are big favorites, as they have 2 capable quarterbacks in Richardson and Minshew, and the competition should lead to results. The Bills likely won't play Allen, which means you're going to get a big bowl of Kyle Allen and Matt Barkley. With that said, it's preseason where weird things happen and teams often aren't even playing to win. They're playing to fill out the roster and settle camp battles. Once we get past 3 points, I start to lean toward the dog. We're getting 5.5 points with a home team. Clear edge at quarterback or not, I have to grab the points with the Bills. I almost never lay big chalk in preseason games, so the Buffalo Bills to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. When analyzing the offensive capabilities of both teams, this game promises to be a high-scoring affair if played during the regular season, but that is not the case, as both teams have plenty of talent on defense and both units will dominate the opposing offenses in this first preseason game. NFL preseason games are notoriously low-scoring, as the offenses run a very basic package of plays, not wanting their game plan on tape while watching what their players can do. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Tennessee Titans versus Chicago Bears. The opening week of the NFL preseason brings us a matchup between a pair of teams who missed the postseason last year as they collide in the Windy City. It's a clash between the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears as they do battle at Soldier Field Saturday afternoon. Tennessee stumbled down the stretch last season, finishing 7-10 and missing the postseason, snapping a string of 3 straight playoff appearances. Chicago had all kinds of problems in 2022, finishing the season 3-14 and missing the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. This marks the 4th time in the last 7 years that the teams have met in the preseason, with the Bears prevailing 27-24 on the road in the most recent preseason tilt on August 28, 2021. Tennessee has some major issues to work through if they hope to contend in the American Football Conference South this season. Having to rebuild the majority of their offensive line from scratch is going to be problematic. Tannehill likely won't play much, if at all, in this contest, as the majority of the reps will go to the Willis-Levis duo in an effort to determine whether the team will carry just 2 QBs or 3 on the roster. Chicago made some major improvements in the offseason, and this will give an opportunity for Fields to show what he can do with a bona fide #1 receiving option. While he won't be on the field a ton, the Bears, at least on paper, look better than the Titans. I'm looking at betting the preseason the same as I have the last couple of years, and that's by looking at coaching and second and third third-string depth, because those are the guys we are mostly going to see for the better part of this 3-week schedule. And for my money, I think the Bears have more battles going on within the roster fighting for spots on the depth chart. The Titans know what they are in the pecking order in that locker room, but there's lots of spots up for grabs when retooling a 3-14 team, and I think Matt Eberflus will want to get his guys prepped from the opening kickoff because it can only go up after last season. On the plus side though, Eberflus and the Bears did go 3-0 against the spread in the preseason last year, while Mike Vrabel is 5-7-2 against the spread in his career in the preseason. So the Chicago Bears to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While there is plenty of talent on both offensive units here, with the backup quarterbacks under center and the first action for Will Levis in his NFL career, things may be a little messy to begin with, especially as both of these teams have some standout defensive pieces. As such, the over-under mark set at 38 is a relatively easy one, as neither of these teams will be fielding elite-level quarterback play, and with question marks along both offensive lines, expect a low-scoring, defensive affair in this one, especially with neither team expected to play a lot of their starters. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Jets versus Carolina Panthers. The New York Jets visit Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina on Saturday to play the Carolina Panthers in the second preseason game for New York and Carolina's first. These two will have 2 days of joint practices this week starting on Wednesday. Both New York and Carolina will have vastly different rosters and both have new quarterbacks at the helm. New York finished last season last in the American Football Conference East at 7-10, while Carolina finished second in the NFC South with the same 7-10 record. Preseason games are very difficult to predict as no one knows which of the starters will play and for how long they will be on the field. The performance level drops on both sides of the ball as soon as the starters and first set of backups are no longer playing, but a sense of urgency increases as those that are playing are battling for their football lives and a spot on the roster. Carolina's roster is deeper than in previous years, but New York played last week versus Cleveland in the Hall of Fame game and showed that they also have some depth, which will make this a very competitive affair on Saturday, especially after having 2 days of joint practices. The difference maker will be the battle for starting positions or number one positions such as wide receiver for Carolina, which will add more competitiveness for the Panthers and give them the advantage. The Panthers come into this game as the favorite to get the win, which is understandable after watching the Jets get dominated in their first game. New York was able to keep the score close, but they lost the time of possession battle by 11 minutes and only managed 188 total yards. There will be plenty of electricity in this game, as the fans will get to see Bryce Young for the first time, even if it is for only a handful of plays. I know you can't read too much into the Jets' performance in the Hall of Fame game, and they will most likely play better here, but I am not going to back them until I see the improvement. So the Carolina Panthers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The mid to high 30s is where NFL preseason totals typically land. Out of the 16 preseason games this weekend, 15 have totaled between 35 and 40. Starters play fewer reps than ever, and teams are less likely to take risks or run their best plays. Wilson and Young are young quarterbacks. Wilson has struggled in the past, and this will be Young's first ever action. Once those two leave the game, the talent level at quarterback will drop dramatically. New York's Chris Steeler was only 1-7 in the last game, as the Jets did not score any second half points. Carolina's Matt Corral had a nice college career 2 years ago, but he has yet to throw a pass in the NFL. Defenses will load up against the run, and the clock will continue to run. Scoring is often much lower during the preseason than regular season, and sports books adjust by lowering the point total. However, with both starting quarterbacks expected to see little to no action and the defense is expected to play first-team players more than a few series, this matchup will end up being low scoring. Do not expect a shootout in this one. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.